Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm back here with a clip taken from a long video that I just finished to record for my subscribers. I'm leaving the option for my services at 50% off for the first year open, and I'll be providing further details after the clip ends. So if you're interested, please stay on. I'll be talking to you again at the end of the clip. I would like you also to read carefully the disclaimer that I'm going to put up now, so that it is clear to you before you go ahead and watch the video. This is just a standard thing. This is the chart of silver price in US dollars, and that is the yearly scale. I'm going to share with you some ideas concerning the very long-term wave count, the possible wave count in the precious metals. It's not written in stone. I could be flat wrong, but you be the judge. Take a look. This is the chart of gold, very long term. This is the chart of silver, very long term. I took it from a website called Macro Trends. They have quite a few charts there that go back ages. This one goes back here a long time. I don't even know how far it goes back, but here, for example, it gives you 1932, around here. I suppose it's going back to 1900, maybe beginning of 1900. Yes, quite possible. But for us to have this broad sweeping view is really invaluable. And what I make out of it at this point, I think that scored wave 1. We had a correction, very deep correction, wave 2. And we have a slight dilemma because the termination of this second wave, by the way, this I don't have the details of this top. In fact, my chart for my data feed starts around here, and you will see me adding this manually, but that's the idea. So we had a giant wave up, and then second wave that we presume ended here, and then we start a move that is destined not to leave us in this region for long. Yeah, we are likely to continue way higher. Okay, that's the very big picture. If I get it right, the dilemma, as I said, we have here dilemma because we don't know exactly where the second wave ended. Because in the case of gold, I think we have a clear ending right here, and we start counting from here. And ideally, you want to have both of them singing the same tune, meaning both of them reflecting the same wave count. That's the best. But we don't have this in the current circumstances. So I'm going to show you the data feed that I'm working with. This is the yearly scale, and you can see that I'm pegging here end of 1. Okay, do you remember this big one? That's 2, and then it gives me a 1, 2, and I treat all of this as a third, which leaves me with a fourth wave right here. Okay, and the assumption is that what started now is an impulse wave. Evidently, you just look at this and can't be clearer. This is an impulse wave. This is an impulse wave that is set to take silver way higher than the record registered here at 50.11 or so. Okay, and so that's the very big picture. That the yearly scale, if you just focus on what happened this past year, is just breathtaking. It completely enveloped the entire price action here of so many years in a very powerful swing up. This is a major reappreciation, reevaluation of silver There's nothing else to say. This is atomic. There'll be follow through. There'll be follow through like I don't know what to such a huge swing up. Look, in the past we had much weaker swings, turnarounds, and they led to very powerful upswings. Look at this. You got another big move up, and you got another one, but that one sort of reached the top and then reversed. This is just the first shot. What's going to happen? There'll be reverberations, bullish reverberations that will send it, in my opinion, well over 50. Okay, so that's the big picture for silver. Let's have a look at the quarterly. Quarterly, consider the jump here, and we do have a dilemma. As I mentioned, we don't have the same wave count in both, in gold and silver, and I'm going to show you both options. I'm going to jump to the monthly now. And in the case of gold, we are treating this as a fourth wave. It's not impossible to treat this as a fourth wave in the case of silver. And I've been saying for quite some time that the best way is just to try to play it really being very flexible. Yes, being very flexible. They both trend higher. There is no question about that. Yeah, they both trend higher, and I think we will have our answer at some point. But there is no point trying to push a wave count. This could work as a fourth wave, which means that what we are doing now is a fifth wave, which is destined to run above 30. Yes, no issue there at all. It should run above 30, clear 30 like I don't know what. Maybe even clear 40 and reach towards 50, and only then we have the end of that first big shot of this new bull. Let's have a look at the weekly, and that is taken as our ABC. The movement here is taken as impulsive. Okay, so this is, in my opinion, set to continue. We didn't see a breakout in the past week of the last year. Yeah, I told you that it's quite possible we will not see, because the entire industry of the mining sector, the investment, the funds, etc., they often go about squaring their books to for the end of the year, and you often get quite a lot of pressure being applied in this to this sector. So you don't see a lot of flashy moves in the last week of the year, but we could see something really taking off this coming week. No guarantee, I could be flat wrong, but I think that's the best wave count that I have for you. This is the daily, this is 1, 2, that's 3, that's a fourth wave. Now if it opens the new year and it drops there, you dump your gold? No way, no way, you should not do that. It could simply mean that it needs a bit more work. If it breaks through this level, then this is something else. That is, sorry, we're talking about silver here. This is 2480. Breaking through this level, that will make me pause and rethink my interpretation. Okay, but otherwise I'm thinking that silver is on the march to higher grounds here fairly soon, if not immediately. Now here's the chart of gold. That is the yearly, and gold is absolutely on fire here. The very long term is telling us that we finished the second wave here in 2001, in the vicinity of 2000, 1999, 2000. I'll show you again the long-term chart of the chart of gold is right here. It takes us back again, maybe to the beginning of the previous century, and that is taken as a giant 1, 2. So we are essentially in a third wave, yeah, spectacular third wave, and we obviously work here with a log scale. So that is taken as a 1, 2, 3, 4. We terminated a giant fourth wave, and that fourth wave is here. It's right here. So that's the huge 1, 2, and as I said, we are in a third wave. We have seen 1, 2, we have seen 3, we have seen 4. Don't forget we are on the yearly scale, so we are now going up in that huge fifth wave. Fine. We have a new high. It didn't close above the previous high. That's slightly disappointing. Right here, you see, it didn't close above that. But overall, the trend is looking very healthy. I don't see that we should interpret this as particularly worrying development for the bulls. No, here's the monthly, and we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4th wave ending here, and that's the comeback. That's the 5th. Okay, that's the 5th wave. If I'm getting it right, we should not wait for too long to see some nice profits here for the longs. This is the weekly, and you see it's coming up nicely in this channel. I'll have to take it out of the log so you see it clearly here. Okay, and I think it's just biding its time. As I said to you in the last video, it's just getting ready, and as far as I'm concerned, it is set to continue up. Okay, that is the daily. That's 1, 2, 3, 4th wave may have actually terminated. Yeah, and this push higher that we have seen could indeed mean that the impulse wave is on. Okay, that impulse wave, the 5th wave, is on. You can see I managed to push through this level. So definitely this is possible. I had this as an alternative. It didn't deliver that. It didn't deliver that. So it really reinforces the likelihood that it is actually looking to continue up fairly soon. Okay, that does not mean it can't correct. It can't start the year and correct like that. Of course it can, but that becomes now your critical level very short term. That comes at 1875. Breaking through that will call for reassessment of the wave count. Otherwise, even coming down towards this level, 1884, and then bouncing back, running through this roof, that's your 3rd wave. Your 3rd wave off there, 5th wave on the black scale. Users, you need to go on my website. The homepage is right here. It's Wavemastery, www.wavemastery.com. Yeah, wavemastery in one word.com. That takes you to the homepage. You can scroll down, look through some things that I've written here, some recommendations from past users and current users, and that is essentially the offer currently open only to first-time subscribers. Okay, so there is the daily service, daily videos that are preceded by a trial, so you can take the trial for 1 week, and at the end of that, if you're happy, you do nothing, you go on to the plan of half price. Essentially 79 presents half price of the normal price, and that will be good for 1 year. That means 12 payments of 79. If you want to watch just the weekend videos, then you go for this one, and it does give you access to the weekend videos, and I often also insert a video as a bonus midweek, just to keep you on track, to see a little bit where things are moving, because sometimes 1 week of full price action is a lot, and the wave count can change, especially if you're a short-term trader. You really want to know what's happening. So that is essentially the situation. If you decide to go, for example, for the daily videos, you click here. It takes you to the page where it explains to you. You should read that. It explains to you what is covered, etc., etc. If you like what you read, you click here, subscribe. It takes you to PayPal, because my paying system is through PayPal, and you pay through PayPal. You can see you have the trial at $9.99. That's for the first 7 days. As I said, if you like what you see, do nothing. It just goes automatically. If you don't like, you can cancel. Or if you don't know how to cancel, or you have any doubt, you have any question, you can write to me, of course. Once you go through and you pay, you come back, PayPal will send you back to my website to fill in your profile details, choose your login, and once you do that, you will be led automatically to the page with the links to the various videos classified by date. If at any point in time in this process you have a problem, things are not going as I'm describing to you right now, all you have to do is just contact me and I'll help you out. That is essentially it. So you'll have 1 week to look at things. I would like to just spend a minute about the website itself. I have written here a few articles. Is this website for me? You can go through that one. Psychology and trading, trading and the arts, why join? Yes, each of these articles could perhaps help you to see how to relate to my website, but there is no substitute, in my opinion, to actually take a trial. You know, you take a trial, and I want to say another thing. You take a trial and you can't make up your mind. You want more time to think. Fine, I understand that. Then you cancel, but then you are not allowed to take another trial. Please, I want to be very clear about that. There are people who abuse this, and it's really not right. You're not allowed to take more than one trial, okay? A trial is a trial. But if you're interested, after you take a trial, you're interested to come back, you can still benefit from the low price for the next full year. But you have to write to me, and then I will send you a special link without a trial. And if you join, then you're going to go immediately onto the reduced price plan for 12 months. Okay? If you take another trial after you took already one, I am going to have to cancel that and refund you. And if you do that 2 or 3 times, I'm just going to blacklist you, because there are people who have been doing it, and I'm afraid this is really absolutely not right. This is subscribe here. Use subscription. Once you are logged in, you will see this one highlighting you daily service videos or weekend service videos. Yeah, it will show which one you really have the right to access. The daily service videos, to be very clear, they cover the weekend service videos, okay? So you don't have to subscribe to both. The daily covers everything I do. The weekend, of course, is more selective. Now, I have here resources. There are chart galleries right here, chart 1, 2, 3. There are plenty of charts here that give you an idea how I go about subdividing various market action here. There I covered a lot of markets, and you can see there is history here that could be very interesting for you to just go through. Let's see, platinum, for example. Yes, that's 1973 to 1978. If you click right on top where it shows you the hand, the chart opens up big. You can print it if you like. Here's an example of platinum, April 1980. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the huge correction that followed after that. So there is plenty for you, whichever market you're interested in, the financials, commodities, precious metals, etc. Okay, so that's chart galleries. Then useful links, as the name implies. Yes, recommended reading list. You have a long list of books here that I've read over the years that I found very interesting. Of course, I have many more books that I would like to add. It's just a question of time. I don't always have time to update this one. But the books that you find here did help me in the beginning, and still the information here is very valuable in these books. For example, Kroll. I don't know how many of you heard about Stanley Kroll. Stanley Kroll was a really imaginative fellow trader that wrote very well about his own trading and in trading in general. I learned a lot from these books. And of course, if you haven't heard about Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, you should get this book and read it. You will not regret. This is a book that most traders, I think, have come across and read. It is very interesting. And as you go down the list, you will see if there are things that are of interest to you. Of course, go ahead, get them. Some of them are even available online for free as a PDF. Check that. If you have questions about that, you can even contact me. Here's the contact us, and you put your name. Please make sure you give me the right email address. Message, simple maths, submit, I get it. You'll hear from me. I'm based in Belgium, so if you write to me from Australia or from the US and I'm having my rest, do not be surprised if I don't react quickly, okay? Normally within a day you will have a reply from me. I check my email fairly regularly. So that's about it. Hope to see you visiting my website. Hope to see you taking a trial. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate. Get in touch with me, and wishing you great trading week. Bye now.